This is an open world survival game set in a world after a meteor hit Earth and basically destroyed everything. The impact left this huge crater that's constantly leaking toxic purple fog called stasis. Some people stay away from it while others actually breathe it in to get strange powers, though it changes them in creepy ways. You control a small group of survivors trying to rebuild after this disaster. The game splits between two main parts, managing your base camp and going out on dangerous missions to find supplies. During the day you're back at your base deciding what buildings to construct, who does which jobs, and making sure everyone has food and a place to sleep. You need to set up supply chains, research new technology and keep your people healthy. At night you take a team of up to 3 people out into the wasteland, and this is where the game feels different from others. Instead of taking turns in combat, everything happens in real time. You click to attack, hold right click to aim guns, and control your squad while the action keeps going. You can also split up tasks. For example, you can tell one teammate to gather wood and another to search a nearby car. It saves a lot of time. The world itself has tons of things you can interact with. Supplies hanging from a rope can be shot down. A path blocked by debris can get smashed through with an axe. You have to bring the right tools for different situations. Fighting can happen in 2 ways. You can sneak around, hide in tall grass and throw rocks to distract enemies. Or you can go in guns blazing, though the bullets are really hard to find early on, so you will mostly be using makeshift weapons like pipes and knives. The different groups you meet have all reacted to the disaster in weird ways. There's a cult that worships fire and acts super aggressive, and another group called Shroomers who have embraced the toxic fog and know all about mutations. Your survivors are not just nameless workers either. They each have different skills. They get hungry, tired, sick and contaminated by the toxic fog, so you are always managing their needs. If someone gets too contaminated, they will get really sick. As you play, you unlock new technology by finding old books and documents. You start with basic stuff like cooking pots and sleeping bags, but eventually you can build labs, weapon workshops, and more advanced facilities. The game has a huge tech tree to work through. The game definitely has some rough edges, like sometimes characters get stuck on objects in the world, and the user interface in particular can be confusing with too many buttons and options. But beyond that, I have many more issues with the game, like the lackluster audio and visual presentation. Absolutely zero voice acting or character sounds or grunts. In my eyes, no atmospheric world design. The stealth system is extremely simplified and there's just way too much jank, bugs and poor execution. The game often felt more like a mobile game that came out quite a long time ago. And that sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.